Hey, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio, and today I'm going to sync Reaper, the DAW that I use all the time, to the Fostex R8 1/4-inch analog 8-track machine. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and then I did a short example to show that these two things, Reaper and the R8, will sync together. I'm doing this without any additional hardware. Probably a better way to do it is if you actually had the MTC1 synchronizer for the R8, which I don't have right now, but we can do it this way. The way I'm going to do it is make the analog tape machine, the Fostex R8, is the master. I'm going to do that by recording timecode onto track 8 of the Fostex R8. In this case, it is LTC, also known as SMPTE timecode, that we're striping track 8 on the Fostex R8 with. To do this in Reaper, we just use the LTC generator. We add that to a track and then record that track from an audio output on the audio interface into the input of the R8 on track 8. After you've recorded the timecode onto a track of the tape machine, then you set up Reaper to sync to external timecode. Choose an input on the audio interface where you have the output of the track on the analog machine connected to. This will play back the timecode from the track on the analog machine into the input on the audio interface where Reaper can read it. So the timecode generator was set to 30 frames per second when I recorded the signal onto track 8 of the R8, and the configuration to receive that timecode is set to an audio interface input in Reaper and set to the same frame rate as the timecode that I recorded onto track 8 of the analog machine. Once you have the timecode signal recorded onto a track of the analog machine and you have Reaper set up to receive that timecode back from the track on the tape machine at the correct frame rate as the one that you recorded onto the track, then you would hit the play button in Reaper. And when the timecode is received by Reaper, it starts playback. I recorded an example to show that this does work. I started out with guitar using a Harmony Flying V copy. Then I put down a bass track. Both the guitar and the bass are recorded digitally into Reaper. Then I recorded drums onto the analog machine. Okay, you can go ahead and hit play and record on the tape machine. Just for testing purposes, or because I thought it was cool, when I was recording the bass and the guitar tracks, I actually used the tape machine to start and stop Reaper. So I would start the tape machine, and the tape machine would start Reaper recording. In that case, I had to press the play and the record button on the transport in Reaper. Then Reaper waited for the timecode signal to be received from the tape machine and then started recording. So during this whole process, I was using the transport controls on the R8 to control Reaper. Now, if you had the MTC1 timecode sync box that actually was made to go with the R8, there were MIDI messages that could be sent to the machine, and you could do this the other way around, which may actually even be the better way to do it. But this way doesn't require any extra equipment, and you could do this with a 4-track, this 8-track, really any kind of an analog tape machine, as long as the playback of the machine is reasonably steady and the machine's in good condition. So you do need an analog console to combine the analog signals and the signals from the DAW. In this case, I've got my Soundcraft Sapphyre. So I have the guitar and the bass tracks that are coming out of the digital audio interface from the DAW over here. Then I have my analog drum tracks over here for the final mix of this demonstration song. Now the imperfections you hear in the parts on this are not due to the sync. It's just because, it's probably my drumming and my fault as a musician, and because this is just a demonstration to show you how this works. This is not meant to be a song I'm going to release or anything. So some of the drum inconsistencies and things are not due to the synchronization. They're just due to my drumming. And so that's just how it is. Sorry, I'm not, I have to make these videos. It takes a really long time to make these videos, and since I'm also shooting video at the same time as recording the audio for a demonstration like this, sometimes the parts are not exactly perfect, but if I have the video to sync with it, I have to use that take or else it's not going to sync with the audio, so it gets a little crazy. So my apologies, some of the timing issues are definitely not the sync between the R8 and Reaper. Those are my fault as a musician. So that's the disclaimer for you. So I had a lot of fun doing this, making this demonstration. It is a little bit time consuming and you have to wrap your head around a few concepts to get something like this to work, but it does work once you put the time and energy into getting the setup right. It does seem to work pretty well. It would be a good way to combine analog and digital in the final mix if you wanted to do it that way, or just to have fun because you like messing with things like this like I do. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers here on the channel. Please like this video and subscribe to the Twin Creek Audio YouTube channel if you have not done so already. Also check the links in the video description for ways to help support this channel. Hope each and every one of you out there has an excellent and wonderful day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, hour, minute, second, nanosecond. Whatever it is you're having, have a good one. Thanks so much for watching.